I was diagnosed early, thankfully. I went to the doctor at one point because I had a backache. It was excruciating, knee buckling to the ground pain. I've never had that before. And he told me, because of my activity at the time, that it was probably a torn ligament. So he treated it with pain pills and what have you, and that didn't help. And then all of a sudden the pain started to go away, but that's when the belly started to pooch out. And I read a book about going through menopause, which I really wasn't going through menopause at that time, but I thought, well, maybe this is the precursor. And they talked about fibroids and those types of symptoms, and the author kept saying, ignore those because usually those will go away. And I thought, you know, that doesn't sound right to ignore something like this. I'd rather be a hypochondriac and have it checked out. And so I took myself to the doctor, and I felt silly being there because I felt fine. I just felt as though something was in my belly that didn't belong there. And that's when we found it. So I'm glad I did that. The hardest day I had was when, it was shortly after I was unemployed. Actually, I did seek out an attorney's advice, and so I had a period of time where I felt as though I was being empowered to do something about the termination. But when the attorney came back and said, no, this is all the money that they'll offer, and you're on your own with insurance, and so on and so forth, I cried for 6 hours endlessly. I had maybe 10 minutes intervals between each tear, but that was it. And it was just devastating to realize that I'm really marked with cancer now, and how is anyone ever going to want to hire me? Because I know that the insurance means dollars to them, and they will probably resist hiring me because they're going to think that their insurance rates will go up because of me. My doctor's office has a buddy system, and those people who sign up for the system then are matched with someone of like diagnosis and someone who's already gone through it, not at the same time. And the buddy system has been wonderful because it's been, thanks to email, it takes a passive role in that you can send a question to your buddy, and they in turn in their time can write a nice response and saying, you're not alone in feeling this way, or do this, or have you tried that? And it's been a wonderful support because the doctors don't always give you that kind of support. They speak to you in terms of the medical side of things, and they don't speak to you in terms of the emotional side, and that's what the buddy system's there for. My name is Janet Kemp, and I am an ovarian cancer survivor.